Yo, what's up everybody out there in YouTube land? Triple B's is back again. And in this video, we got a Halloween franchise movie rankings. And let's just get right into it. So, coming in at number 13, we got Halloween Resurrection. And this movie says it's smart and scary, but I don't know too much about it. Alright, now coming in at number 12, we're actually going to have H2O. This is just the reboot, you know, from 20 years ago, 20 years from the original. And it's a pretty good movie. It just has it's a pretty fast movie, and I don't know, it wasn't set in, you know, a small town. It was kind of set in a school setting, and pretty good. Too many different masks in it, for my opinion. The final act was pretty good. Really didn't like the ending. The ending was alright, but how she chops off his head with an axe. Alright, now coming in at number 11, and hey y'all, I like all these movies, so don't worry about this, the ranking. You gotta rank them, you gotta put them somewhere. But I'm gonna go with Halloween 2018, and y'all know this is the new David Gordon Green movie that came out in 2018. We get Michael Myers back, and it's not a bad movie. Alright, so the next Halloween movie on my list is number 10, and it's going to be Rob Zombie's Halloween, just his first one, and this thing came out in like 2009, and it's not a bad movie. I like it. I guess the first part does fucking kind of drag. Young Michael Myers, and then him in the asylum. Dr. Loomis is, trying to be Dr. Loomis. And it's not too bad of a movie. The fucking chase scene at the end with Laurie is long and how it should be. I love how it is drawn out, that chase scene, and it's good all the way through until the very end. So the reason why this is number 10 on my list is because of the final act. Very good movie. Alright, so the next movie on my Halloween list is number 9. And at number 9 we're going to have John Carpenter's Halloween 2. And this is the continuation from the original. And they really go back to back, so kind of when you watch them, you can watch them back to back together. That's what I did when I was a kid, and for entertaining wise, it's not a bad movie. All these movies in my list is for the enjoyment of watching them at this time of year. My list may be changing from year to year, but this year, this is the ranking. So at number 9 we got Halloween 2 from John Carpenter. Alright, man, coming in at number 8, we're going to have Halloween 5. And this was a good little trilogy or two-parter that they had going on back in the day. And, it's not a bad movie. Definitely like Danielle Harris as the little scream queen in this, the little scream girl in it. It's pretty sweet. So that's why it made it on my list. Alright, man, coming in at number 7, we're going to have Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. And, it's a Season of the Witch, man. This thing came out in 1982. So I believe Halloween 2 and then Halloween 3 came out back-to-back years. Trying to capitalize on the success of Michael Myers. But in this one, it was an anthology film, and they didn't let the fans know that it was an anthology film. Hint, hint, kind of like maybe the new one. So, but it is such a fun movie, and watching it, it's not bad. So that's why it is on my list at number 7. And coming in here at number 6, we're gonna have Halloween Ends, another type of anthology film of a trilogy. And I really did enjoy the movie, the story, but it really wasn't Halloween film. Michael Myers, he was only in it like 10.5 minutes. In the first one, he was only in it like 9.5 minutes. So if you want to compare the minutes by him being on screen time, it's about the same time as the original, but they totally focused on a different character. They actually focused on like Corey Cunningham, and then in the original, it was focused on Laurie Strode, and then Michael kind of in between. So if you kind of think about it, Corey was a babysitter, and a tragic shit happened to him. And Laurie was a babysitter, and tragic shit happened to her. So it kind of, take it for what it's worth. But Halloween Ends is number 6 on my list. And then at number 4, we're going to go ahead and have Halloween 4. So the first appearance of Daniel Harris as Jamie. And great movie. And I really dug it when I was a kid. And it still holds up today. I mean, we got Rachel in it. Rachel was a great supporting character. And gotta love it. And then coming in at number 4. So we're getting into, where a lot of people's rankings may be going all over the place. I guarantee mine is going to be tough. You're going to be like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. But you know what? This is my list. And this is what I think is very watchable and entertaining to watch. So at number 4, we're going to have Halloween Kills. And this is a straight up great slasher film. And not just like a slasher film, but like Michael Myers film all the way. There is a couple cutaway scenes, about 20 minutes, where they do some social commentary, at the hospital. But then it gets right back to Michael Myers. This is a great slasher film, great kills, fun to watch, something you can throw it on and just kind of enjoy. A good popcorn movie flick right there. And now coming in at the number 3. So if you've been paying attention to the list, you maybe know what's left on it. But we're going to go ahead and go with, at number 3, we're going to go Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, the theatrical cut. I mean, after waiting 6 years since Halloween 5 came out, when this came out, it's the best, dude, because the nostalgic is just going to throw that away. I was like 12 to, what did I think? Maybe I was 16 or 17 when it finally came out. So waiting ever for this to come out. And when it did, absolutely loved it. We got Michael Myers on the big screen. It was one of the first times I got to see Michael Myers on the big screen. So Halloween 6 comes in at number 3. Alright, so you may go ahead and turn off the channel now. Because coming in at number 2 is the original Halloween from 1978 from John Carpenter, and Deborah Hill, helped produce it. So this movie is a fucking classic. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have so many different editions of it. It's such a great movie, but like I said, he's only in it about 9.5 minutes total runtime. But you got Dr. Loomis, and that right there will seal the deal on why it's my number 2. I love it. I love going back to watching it. Maybe the problem is why it's number 2 is because I've seen it so many times, and it is the oldest of the films. But this is number 1 on everybody's list. But this year, it's number 2 because I don't care what anybody says. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is my number 1 Halloween movie. It has one of the best Michael Myers in it. It has the great fucking hospital scene. It was only a dream sequence, but I don't care. That shit was fucking badass with the rain. And just how Laurie ends up going crazy because of what happened to her, all the PTSD that, from fighting with Michael Myers to her finding out that she is related to him, that, their brother and sister. That was freaking awesome. You get the returning character, actress, coming back into this, fucking Daniel Harris. So Daniel Harris returns to the franchise from the first Halloween Rob Zombie movie and this one, but she's playing the character of Annie. Annie gets brutally stabbed in the first one, but she survives it, and then she comes back in this one, and she, and the death scene with her in it is just, I mean, it brings a tear to my eye every time I watch it. Brad Dourif does a great portrayal as Sheriff Brackett, and so y'all, Halloween 2 from Rob Zombie is my number 1 Halloween movie, and that's my ranking. Y'all can most definitely disagree, because that's a fucking crazy listing. So y'all keep it horror, keep it Halloween, keep it comics, and leave a message down below. Tell me your rankings in the comment section. Hit that sub button, and laters.